All right, so here we have some examples where we have, excuse me, the first two parts of a quadratic trinomial. We have x squared and we have 10x, and we're looking for that last number, that constant term, and that constant term is going to be a number that helps us make square binomials. So we're looking for a number that can go here and here that's exactly the same. So when we break it down, it's really just a square binomial. So the idea is, what number can I split 10x up into, and what would it give me? Well, 10x splits up evenly to be 5 and 5. So it would be x plus 5 squared. But the question is, what would that number have to be at the end to make this work, to make this split up just right? Well, 5 times 5, well, 25. So if I had 25 there, I could rewrite it as x plus 5 squared. So I need to add 25 so I can complete the square. Let's look at this. Again, the question is, what can I add to my trinomial? What can I add to the end so that I would have a perfect square binomial here? So I think about 20. 20 is going to have to be split up, so it's 10 and 10. Okay, that would give me a 10x and a 10x. This is where I'd get the 20x from. So if that's 10, then this number at the end should be 10 times 10. So that number should be 100. So again, I'd have to add 100 to complete the square. Okay, now we see that it's a negative 6. So what's that going to change? All that means is that I'm going to have a negative 3 and a negative 3. That would give me my negative 6x. So the number at the end comes from negative 3 times negative 3. Still a positive. It's just going to be positive 9. All right, go ahead and think about this one for a second. You should be thinking 14 divided by 2, that would be 7. And 7 times 7 would mean this should have to be 49. So here we are with all of these problems where I divided by 2. I took 20 divided by 2, and that's 10. I took 6 divided by 2, that was 3, or in this case, negative 3. And we just took 14 divided by 2 was 7, and so 7 times 7 was 49. This has all been fine. But now I get to a problem where there's something odd. The odd thing is that number 3. We would usually think about splitting that in half, but now I get a decimal. And that's okay. All that means is that when I find the number at the end, it comes from 1.5 times 1.5. And that actually ends up being 2.25. So just because that middle number is odd, it doesn't mean that it can't be done. It just means that the answer is going to be a little bit awkward. It is going to involve decimals. But if I look at something that's even, it should make a little bit more sense, and you should have a good idea of what you need to do to complete the square. So there you are. Good luck.